Hi, I'm Coach John Hovius. I'm going to be talking about pedal stroke. So we have a crank. Okay, this is the position of 90 degrees, so straight out in front. Because it's around the centre point, we can only pedal pushing straight down. If we look at the bottom of the stroke, same thing, we can only pedal right angles, which is pulling straight back. At the back of the stroke, going up, same thing, right angles, up the top of the stroke, across the top. So basically, if I drew that now, that would be a square. So we'd be pedaling in a square, down at the front, across the back, straight up, and then across the top. But we don't want to do that while we're pedaling. We want to be pedaling in what we call circles, and that's what we're going to look at now. Okay, so if we drew that crank here, that crank here, that crank here, you can see if we drew a million little cranks that we're going to be forming a circle. Okay, so we've got to have the same power all the way around. And if we drew that all the way around, we'd be producing a circle. In this circle, we use different muscle groups. So at the front of the stroke, from about this position down to about here, we're using our quads. Okay, biggest muscle group, we're using our quads. From here to about the centre, we're using our calves. This point here, we're using our tibialis. Across the back, pulling up. And then when we talk about pulling up, we're actually not pulling and producing power, we're just unweighting the pedal. So we're actually just lifting up the pedal so there's no weight on it. So as you're pushing on the front, you don't want any weight on the rear. Okay, there we're using the hamstrings. Across the top, we're using our hip flexors. That muscle moves the leg across. And over the top, we're using our glutes, the biggest muscle group. So if we can learn to use all those muscles, it relies on this, it takes pressure off these group here, which is your quads, which lets us run better off the bike, because they're our running muscles. Okay, back in high school, we had a formula called power equals force times acceleration. Because the acceleration is around the crank, it's central field rate acceleration, which is the same as saying speed, which is the same as saying RPM, which is basically cadence. So this is going to be cadence. Okay, power, we can measure it using power meters on the bike, on the CompuTrainer, on the pedals, on the hubs, on the cranks. So that's power. The average triathlete, let's just pick on them and say they put out 180 watts. So 180 watts equals a force times, and let's go really low, let's go 60 cadence. Okay, so 60 cadence. Just a simple formula, 180 divided by 60 gives us a force of 3. Okay, we don't need to know, that's just a constant number. We don't need to worry about what that is a measure of, how many foot per pound or anything like that. We just got to know it's just a number. Okay, now I say let's change our cadence. Keep the same power, but change the cadence, and let's see what happens with the force. So we're putting out 180 watts, still, nothing's changed, same speed, but now we're actually going to be pedaling at 90 cadence. And you can see there, 180 divided by 90 will give us a force of 2. Okay, so by increasing the cadence, we've decreased the amount of force that you have to push down on the pedals. Okay, but it's got to come somewhere. That increase of cadence has to come somewhere, and it comes from the cardiovascular system. So by increasing your cadence, we're using more heart and lungs. The heart and lungs is a muscle, just like any other muscle, but it doesn't wear out. And if it does wear out, it recovers really quick. So if we're pedaling a lot faster, and our heart and lungs start getting a bit tired, all we have to do is back off a little bit, and then we can recover and get back into our pedaling. But if we're pedaling really slow and using a lot of force on our quads, and they get tired, we got no recovery. Once they're gone for the whole day. Okay, so the rest of your bike ride, and if you're going to run off the bike, you won't be able to run off the bike as well. So the ideal is somewhere between the 85 to 95 cadence. Okay, easy one is if your legs get tired, pedal faster. If your heart and lungs get tired, pedal slower. That's the easiest way to do it. So here's areas on a spin scan CompuTrainer. So it's just a typical CompuTrainer hooked up to a computer. So what you can see there is her spin scan. I'll just get that light out of the way. Okay, and what she's doing there, she's doing a bit of a peanut. So we're going to ask her to pedal badly, so she makes actually sunglasses really bad shape. And by pedaling badly, she's going to be just pushing down on the front. You can also see there, she's got a little bit more power on the left hand side than she does on the right side. Okay, so there's the typical sunglasses shape. Now we're going to ask her to start pedaling a little bit better up the top of the stroke and at the bottom of the stroke, and we're going to get to the stage where she produces a circle. So we've got a spin scan number of 71 at the moment. 72 is pretty good, and you can see we're starting to produce more of a circle than actually peanuts or sunglasses. Okay, Zara just pedaled badly for me again, only at the front of the stroke. Also notice there, her left hand side watts is 59.60 compared with the right. So she just has to balance the stroke there as well. But you can see it's gone into the sunglasses. Now pedal correctly for us, Zara. Same pressure all the way around. And you can see it opens up. Spin gain is 71. Also she's pretty even on left and right side. Okay, so that's Zara pedaling. Zara. Okay, and all it is a CompuTrainer with a cadence sensor down there, and it's just measuring her pedal stroke and power. She has a little bit of a high ankle there, so just drop your heels a little bit. There she goes. So you can see the heel drops. And if we watch the spin scan would also go up. Thank you.